We can start.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all of you to another session of our industry-oriented training on Python programming for AI and data analytics. As we continue our journey in Python programming, today's session introduces one of the most important concepts in programming, conditional statements. Every intelligent application, whether it's a simple calculator or a sophisticated AI system, relies on the ability to make decisions based on given conditions. Today's lecture will cover if-else, nested if statements, and decision-making techniques. These constructs allow programs to evaluate different situations and execute specific actions accordingly, making applications interactive, dynamic, and capable of handling real-world scenarios. Understanding conditional statements is a significant step in becoming a proficient programmer, as they form the basis for implementing logic, solving problems, and controlling the flow of a program. The concepts you learned today will continue to be used throughout your programming journey and in more advanced topics such as automation, data analysis, and machine learning. I encourage everyone to actively participate, write the code alongside the demonstrations, and experiment with different conditions and outcomes. Hands-on practice is the best way to develop confidence in programming. It is now my pleasure to welcome our esteemed mentor and speaker, Dr. Meher Chand, Associate Professor at Bafari College of Engineering and Technology, Bathinda. With his extensive expertise in AI, machine learning, and computational sciences, he continues to provide learners with practical knowledge that bridges academic concepts and industry applications. With great pleasure, I invite Dr. Meher Chand to kindly lead us in today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, dear face, for the nice introduction for the today's session, and welcome back to this our seventh session of our ongoing training program. Dear participant, good evening, and I hope that all of you are doing well, and the content which we are providing you and which you are getting, you are doing some practice on this content. Actually, without doing practice and without playing with the code, we are not able to understand what is happening behind by using this content, uh, and how you can write the syntax in the Python. So when you will try to use for different tasks and whatever you have the questions related to the content, and if you will implement, you can have sometimes maybe challenges. Okay, so when you will fight with these challenges, these will uh, increase or enhance your understanding and writing skill, specifically for the coding part. Okay, so I hope all these you are doing well. And today's session is more important because in our real life, when we give some instructions or the direction to anyone, we apply many conditions. Just like a student is preparing for any competitive exam, or parents always motivate, if you will do, if you will have the first position, then you will have bike or a car. Okay, and this is the motivation. So if is the condition. Okay, so this is the instruction. So if we have the statement, either this will be true or false, and according to that, there will be the action. Okay, whether we are in the social society, whether we are in the classroom while we are teaching, or we are talking with the student, with friends, with the colleagues. So many times we apply the conditions, and according to that, we have the reaction or the action. So in the programming, these conditional statement help us to run the code according to our instruction. Okay, So this Python will understand only the logical statement which we are giving the input, and according to that, if we want to execute the statement according to the given condition, particularly. Okay, and some of the example we have discussed in the uh, previous sessions, but now today we have the special session on the conditional statement. So first we have to understand what are the actually conditional statement, and then what are the purpose of this conditional statement. Okay, so the conditional statements are used in the programming to make the decisions. They allow a program to execute different blocks of a code based on whether a condition is true or false. So according to the given condition, whether true or false, according to that, the statement will execute. So without the conditional statement, a program would execute every statement sequentially, making it impossible to respond intelligently to the different situation. Actually, we want to give the instruction according to the situation, okay, which we provide. The program will give the response, and these that's why these are very highly useful and important for us. So why do we need the conditional statement? Very first is the decision making. Execute different actions based on the different conditions. For example, if the marks are greater than or equal to 40, display pass, otherwise fail. And control program flow, change the order in which the statement are executed. Sometimes we have the multiple conditions are there. Okay, so according to that, the given particular condition, your program must execute. Okay, whether you want to use for any mathematical uh, computing or the scientific computing or the other purpose to write the program or execution which you want to control. Okay, and also we can use these to handle real world scenario. Okay, so just like a program often need to react differently to the different input. For example, ATM checks account balance before allowing the withdrawals. Okay, online shopping website apply discount based on purchase amount. And similarly, we can have the traffic signals change action based on the light color. Okay, so these are the some importance of these conditions. So let's discuss we apply all these one by one, and this will help you, and all the content which we use here, which we present, you will get. Okay, so first we have the very simple statement that is only if. I am going to share my screen. You can see this is the my screen, and this is the Anaconda, and here is my Jupyter notebook. Just a minute. Yes. So when I will open my Jupyter notebook, you can see the interface, and from this interface, I have one directory in the download. This is my download directory. Okay. So if there is any particular folder I have created for this space, this is industry program, I can check it. Otherwise, we will create a new directory. Okay. I can create here new directory. Very simple. I am taking from this new folder, and okay, this is the conditional statement. Okay. So all the files which I will write here, store in this directory, and then enter. This is the new directory, and I choose here one file. Okay. We can rename this file conditional statement. enter. Okay, then I have toggle zone view, right? So this is my interface, and let's discuss all this. First, we are talking about only when we have if condition. Okay, so if statement, the use of if statement. This is use of if statement. Okay, so very simple. If a statement in the Python is used to execute a block of a code only if a specified condition is true, and it is also the simplest form of the decision making in the programming. If the condition evaluates the true, the code inside the if block will run. Otherwise, it is skipped. The block will not work. Just like see the syntax and the example here. I am using. We can use the input function also. X is equal to I am using here. Okay, first we are taking the simple example, simple input. So, okay, suppose that I have here is 9. Then we apply if condition. If x is greater than 5, okay, we can assign any value. And here we are required to use colon sign, then enter. Print x is greater than x is greater than. Yes, please. X is greater than 5. Okay. Control and enter. Okay, here by default the value which we are using is greater than 5. Okay, or you can, if you have the 5, then control and enter. Actually, the condition is failed and the block which is at the place will not execute. Okay, and if the value is less than 5, then also this will not work because the condition which we apply at this place is not true. If you want to use here input function, we can use here input. Here we can use enter the value of x. Okay, value of x. Control enter. So here when we will enter any value, just like I am putting here 8. Okay. It is saying type error. If x is greater than. Okay, so here we have to convert this value into integer or float. Okay, this is the mistake when we make in the beginning. We can convert is if you are using integer, then integer. Okay, now again try. Now this is output. So if you have the error, read the message carefully because we know when we will use the input function, the value which will store inside the x variable, that will be always the string. But we want to compare it at its place. Okay, so one is the x is the string, and on the right hand side we have numerical value. So the comparison not possible. We must have both the values numerical only. Then we are able to compare these values. So here, if we you can use also the float function, or you can use integer, depend upon you. So in this way, we can apply this if condition, which is the simplest, and only this block will execute when the condition is true. Also, along with the, you can take at the place greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, control and enter. 5. Okay, so for 5 also this is now returning the value because either x will be greater than 5 or equal to 5. And if you will take, if you will enter the value which is less than 5, in that case value we have entered, but the block not executed. Then we can have a next very interesting example. Sorry. The use of if-else. Okay. The use of if-else. Okay. So here you can see only the condition when is true, only then this block will execute. So here, if the condition which we apply is not true, then what? So here we have two conditions. Okay, if true, then according to that must be work. If not true, then what action should be taken? So if else statement in the Python is a fundamental control structure used to make the decision in the program, and it allows the program to execute one block if code if the condition is true, and another block if the condition is false. Okay, so there are two options, and as we told you in the very beginning, the condition which we apply, there will be only the two positions. Okay, either it will be the true or false. Okay, these are only the two outputs with respect to any statement which we will apply. So if in the first example, we have only if condition, the condition is true, only then the block will work. But here, when you are using if else, so this statement we can use for true condition and for the false condition both. Okay, so here we can take the example, or we can use the same example which we used at this place. Okay, so we can try this example also, and along with the I will give you one more example. Okay, here you will use else. Okay. One more thing which you need to keep in mind, that is the intent while writing this type of the statement, and you want to write any program. The examples which I am using here will be very quite simple, and everyone without any doubt you can understand. Okay. Still, if you have any question, you can ask me. The first is the intent. Okay, intent in writing the programming is very important. The space which you can see in the first statement, this space is intent. If you will do like in this way, you have removed the space, then this will return some error, or it will not execute control and enter. You can see. Okay, so print x is greater than expected and indent block after if statement on line 3. So this is the third line. This is the third line. Okay, so that's why you can see the error message. So this can be removed by giving the proper indent. You can use tab sign. Okay, and now this will work. Okay, now this is working. Similarly, here you can see this is the first condition, and then if and as we want to use. So if and as, this must be on the same space. Okay, and then you can apply here, and automatically the cursor will be at the right position. So here we the second block is going to start after as, and you can use here print. Then so we have the condition according to x is greater than and equal to 5. Here you will return x is less than 5. Okay, x is less than 5. So our example is now complete. Control and enter. Okay, so here if I am entering here, the value is 6 and 6 is greater than 5. See what is happening now. Now this condition is true when I will enter the value of x is 6. Sorry, the value of x is 6. Okay, x is greater than 5. Again, if I will execute control and enter some space, delete. Okay, control and enter. Print. X is greater than here. Okay, here if condition is missing, right? If x is greater than and equal to 5. Okay. Control and enter. Yes. Now it is fine. So if I have added this, if you are entering the value which is less than 5, I am entering a 4. So here you can see according to now this condition is false. Okay. Because the value of x is less than 5 and this block not executed. Then else. So whatever we have the value, this block will execute. Okay, we have only the two conditions. Either this condition will be true, the value of x is greater than and equal to 5. Otherwise, it is less than 5. Okay, so the value which we enter here is only 4, which is less than 5. Okay, this block not executed, and now this block is executed. Got it? So this is a very simple example, and if you have any question related to this example, you can ask. Okay, so here we can have one more example. We can take here Control Shift and Enter. I can take only directly do shell only from this place. Yes. You can have one more interesting example. Suppose that we have the examination result and grade system. So we want to print the result according to the marks. Okay. So if x is equal to I have is sorry, we have the same example. We are going to apply the same if else condition. Okay, this is also the example related to the same. So here, suppose that marks are equal to 45. Okay, then we want to apply here if else condition. So if marks are greater than and equal to 40. Okay, then print the message is congratulations, you passed the exam. Okay, and second we have else. So I am not doing nothing, just as soon as I will use here colon, this automatically the alignment will be below exactly 8 below exactly 8 if condition. Okay, you can see the alignment. Okay, and when I will enter, you can see the alignment of this cursor where is moving, and the print function will be same. So here, if the marks are below 40, then the message is sorry, you failed this time. You failed. Okay, and better luck next time. Okay, so according to these conditions, this will work. And if you want to use here input function, okay, we can use this input function also here. And okay, so here we have to enter marks. Enter marks. Of the student. Of student. Okay, so control and enter. Yes, if you will enter the marks which are greater than or equal to 40. Okay, I'm entering here 45. So this message will work. And if you are entering the marks, control and enter, less than 40, say 35. So you can see, according to our instructions, according to the condition which we apply here, the blocks are working. Okay, so these are the use of these conditions. We can control the block. Okay, and according to the values or the instructions which you will apply. Okay, so according to that, the program will respond. If you will not apply these conditions, then all the blocks will executed and will return the values of, and we will be confused. Actually, we need only the value according to our particular desire output. Okay, so in this way, when you will apply these conditions, and these are very quite easy to use. Once you will try yourself, think about the syntax, and also you can see the syntax which we are using here are very quite simple. Okay, and some of like input function we are using here, but in the previous file which I have prepared, and I never use input function, but right now I'm using also the input function here for your lecture. Okay, so this will make interesting code, and we can have the you know computing thinking how we can implement this type of the conditions. Sometimes if you want to check the number is which you are entering is even or odd number. Okay, we can apply. This is the one more example here, which I'm trying to give you. So whatever, what you are thinking, what are the questions from your side? According to that, how you can convert your thought into the form of the program. Okay, so this will help you. Just like you can see, if we want to find out even or odd number. Okay, so how we can do the example which we are using, the condition which we are using is same. Okay, so we have a number is equal to, we can take any number. I'm taking now small value. If, okay, number, what is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of this symbol? Anyone please?
Third moduleness operator.
What this will return?
Sir, reminder.
Yeah. Reminder, not reminder. Okay.
Yes, sir, reminder.
So, yeah. Reminder, not reminder. So there is a little bit difference between these two. Number which we have chosen here at its place is 12. And when we will divide it by 2, if the division is exact, then remainder will be 0. Okay, so we want to check if the remainder of this number is 0 divided by 2. Okay, then this condition is true. Okay, and if the number is divisible by 2, then print. So here you can see, due to the error at the place, the cursor is at the place below if. So the error is, we have to use at the place colon sign, and now the cursor is at exact position. Okay, now we can write here print function. Print the number is even. Okay. Else, if you are using else, then enter print. If the number is not, if the remainder is not equal to 0, then the condition will be false. And if the remainder is not with 0, then the number is odd. The number is odd. Okay, so let's try this code, control and enter. Okay, we have the number is 12. Okay, and you can see the output is, this condition is true. The condition is true. Okay, this block will execute, and if the condition is false, then this block will execute. You can use here also input function. So the file which I am using now, creating now, will be very helping for you. Okay, because the input function we are using, enter any integer. Okay, we are using here integer only. Any integer. Okay. Whether it is positive or negative. Control and so now you can use any value. Okay, you can try. You can try any large value. Okay, so now you can see very interesting code is there. Okay, just you are required to enter the value. So this type of the conditions for mathematically arithmetic operations, if you want to use and you want to calculate, and the same thing when you will we will provide these things to our student, they will enjoy, and also the computing thinking, critical thinking, and the programming thinking. These type of the skills which are essential in the modern era. Okay. Will be enhanced, and the interest will be created among the student. So next we have is the, now here we have the two conditions, either true or false, but sometimes these are not sufficient. We can have multiple options. We want to control our multiple conditions. Then what happen? Yes, there will be two conditions only. The statement will be either true or false, but sometimes we have multiple options or the conditions. Okay, in that particular in that case, what we will do? So here we have is the condition, the which we can apply if, then we have elif. Okay, then we can have else. In Python, this can be this if elif else statement allows you to check multiple conditions in the sequence. Python programming will evaluate each conditions in order, and the first one that is true. Okay, suppose that we have the 5 conditions. First condition is false, second is also false, third is true. Okay, so if the third is true, only this condition will check. This is the first condition which is true. So with respect to this condition, the block will execute. The other conditions will not require to check. Okay, so whatever the first condition is true. So according to that, the program will execute the respective block. Okay, so the first one, that is true, gets the executed, and if none are true, okay, else block will run. So this is the intermediate condition. This elif, which you can see here, is the intermediate for intermediate conditions we are using elif. And if this is the first condition, if we are using for the first condition, and this will help to extend the multiple conditions. Okay, so all the conditions, when we whatever we are given, we have applied, and if all these are false, then we are left only with the else. Okay, whatever we have the value, the for the last option, this else will be used to block, will be used to execute the last block. So see how we can use and here I think similar type of example we have used for the grade classification. Okay, so example here we are using grade classification. System application, okay. System application. Very interesting. We are starting with by using input function. Directly we are going to start from input function. Okay. So here I am using marks, input, enter the marks of the student. Then if marks are greater than and equal to 90. Okay. This is the first condition. Enter. Print. What you want to print? We will print here grade. Okay. Grade A. Then again, now here we have multiple conditions. We want to apply elif. Okay. Then marks. Here is the first condition is false. Then marks less than 90, but greater than what you want to apply. Suppose that I am going to apply here greater than and equal to 80. Okay. Use here column. Then enter. Print grade B. Print grade B. Okay. This is grade B. Yes. So keep in see the intent. So now I am copying and paste and paste. Okay. So if the marks are 70, here the grade is C. Okay. If the marks are more greater than 60, then we can assign here grade D. Okay. If marks are greater than we can take one more option, and here is E. Okay. And last one we have else. Last we have else. Okay. Print if the marks are less than 50, or you can take here 40. 40 is fine. We use here fair. Okay. If the marks are greater than 40 but less than 60, so this range is for grade D. Okay. Okay. Here we are using if the marks are greater than or equal to 40. Yes, okay. And otherwise, we have else. So see here, control and enter. We check all these are working properly according to given our instruction. If you are entering here 91, okay, this is grade D. Again, if you can see the condition is true and this block is executed. Control and enter. If I am entering here the marks less than 90, but greater than 80, we can use any. Here we have greater than and equal to, but marks must be less than 90. Okay, so if I am entering here 85, okay, control and enter. So this is the grade B, and yes, it is working properly. Then again, control and enter. You can check for marks greater than or equal to 70, but less than 80. We can take 71. Grade C. Yes, it is okay. Control and enter. If you are taking the marks between 40 to 60, less than 60, but greater than or equal to 40, you can enter 40 also. Okay, so you can see the condition is true. This block is executed. And if you are entering the marks 35, okay. So you can see we apply here multiple conditions. And according to these multiple conditions, we write a very interesting program. Only what we are doing, if, elif, and else. With the help of this, we can extend our program as much we need. Go to the idea. You go to the idea. Any doubt, please?
Yes, I understand.
Do you have any doubt?
No, sir, no doubt.
No. Okay. So now we take one more example here. We are using the same thing, but new example. Application in traffic light. We can use in traffic light. So how we can do? Signal. Here we have the input is, there are three color, red, yellow, and green. Okay. So according to that, we are trying to write the program for traffic signal, traffic lights. Okay. So here first we have the green. Suppose that we have green color. If signal is the variable, okay, and we want to compare with colors, and according to that we will decide if the color is red. Okay, if the color is red, here is color, then enter, print, stop. Okay, print, stop, right? Then elif signal equal to signal equal to, here we have the comparison. Keep in mind, here we have the comparison. G is missing here. Okay. Then here you can use yellow color. Yellow. Okay. Then colon sign. and enter. Print. Yellow is used for get ready, right? Get ready. Then else. Okay. Else. So we have green, red, we have red, yellow, and green. So here we have to use one more time, elif. Or sometimes we can have wrong input. Signal equal to, we have is green. Here we are using green. Okay. Print. Green is used for go. Okay. Someone has unmuted the mic, please unmute. Yes, thank you. Now we have as. Okay. Sometimes we have invalid input. Invalid input. So here you can see one more thing. The variable which you are using must be in the same. Okay, no error in the text and no uppercase, lowercase. See the carefully. Only then this will work. Control and enter. Okay, here we are using green color. Okay, or you can use here red. So what you will do, use the input according to that, this will work. If the color is red, so this is the program. Okay, if you are using here blue by mistake, you are using blue color. Control and enter. Invalid input, because there are only three colors, red, yellow, and green. Sometimes if you make the mistake, you are using red like in this way. Then also we have the error message, invalid input, because here we are using all the characters are in lowercase. Okay, here is also in lowercase. Or either you can make customize like in this way. Okay, so here I give you one assignment for you. You will do yourself after this session. Okay. As a user, sometimes you are using for red color, R is in uppercase, some are using R in lowercase. You will write your own program, whether R is in uppercase or lowercase. For both, this will work. You can extend the same program. Listen again. You can have any input. First alphabet may be in the uppercase or in the lowercase, but your program must be executed for all type of the options. Okay, but the word which you are entering must be correct. Okay, first alpha can be in the uppercase or in the lowercase. Doesn't matter. So this is the assignment for you, how you can manage. But the line of the statement must be only this. Okay. Note the program must be more long. But I think the next example which I am using will help you. Okay. But you can do. So now here the thing is how you can combine the multiple statement. Okay. So here you have to take the help of the OR function. You will try yourself. So here is one more example I'm presenting here for you. The use of the same function. Okay. I have I'm using yes. Suppose that I have x is equal to 6. Say this example very carefully. Okay. If x is greater than 10, if x is greater than 10, then enter print x is greater than 10. Then elif x is greater than 7, and here we are using AND function. X is less than 10. We are using here now two conditions. Either now if this condition is false, okay, you can take here greater than and equal to. If x is greater than or equal to 10, if this condition is true, then this block will execute. Here we are using x is greater than 7. Okay, you can use here greater than and equal to 7 also. But here for this example, we are taking only x is greater than 7 and x is less than 10. So we have now two conditions. If left condition and the right condition both will be true, only then this condition is true. Okay. If the condition is true, then print. What you want to print? Here also you have to use greater than and equal to. And equal to 10. And here what you want to print? According to our input, x is less than 10 and greater than 7. X is less than 10 and greater than 7, right? Then we have one more condition, elif x is equal to 7. X is equal to 7. So here the value when is exact equal to 7. Print here will be x is exactly 7, right? Then what we have left? We left with the else condition. Okay, print string x is less than 7. X is less than 7. Okay. So this is the block which we have right here. Control and enter. Yes, x is less than. We have the value is 6. So this condition, this condition, this condition. First three conditions are false. Okay. So we have the value of x is less than 7. If you are using here print function, we can use input function. So for that int, then input, here we have the string, enter any integer. Okay. integer value. So control and enter. Yes, it is working properly. I'm entering here the value which is 11. Now I can enjoy with this code. I can enter the value 10. Yes, because this condition is still true. If I want to enter here the value, suppose that I am using 9. Check it. Okay, the x is less than 10 and greater than 7. Okay, if I am entering the value 6, okay. So 6, it has happened for this one. You can take any value which is greater than 7. Okay. So if we are entering here 8, then also you can check. So all the conditions which we apply at space are working properly, and I hope that you got the idea how we can use this if else, if-elif-else. So these three type of the conditions are very and highly useful to control your workflow of the programming. So now if there is any question related to this example, you can freely ask with me. You can discuss if you have any doubt. Yes. Galaxy M10. Yes, we can write a short program for prime number or the composite. Okay, you must try yourself. Various examples I give here. Okay. You must try if you have the problem, if you are not able to write. So the first you have to find out the conditions for composite number. Okay. Understand what are the conditions are required. Then convert your thought. What you are thinking about the prime number, what you are thinking about the composite number. Okay. You have to apply for either prime number or for composite number. Okay, so once you will find some conditions, then apply this with the help of these three conditions which we apply. Okay, if else, and if-elif-else. Okay, with the help of you can manage to find out the number is a prime or composite number. You must try. If you have the challenge, I will help you. But start from yourself. So actually, these conditions which you can see here, which we present here, some very simple examples. We can have some more interesting and complex example, but the most important thing is the concept must be clear. Once the concept will be clear, you can write very complex program with the help of these conditions, and according to these conditions, you can manage your workflow, okay, for the programming. So first let me know if you have any question without this example. No question?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes. Can we write a syntax for a given number is whether a prime or composite? Most of the time, when numbers are very large and large, students are travel to identify whether the given number is prime or composite. So can we write just like that other numbers are whether even or odd?
For even or odd?
Yeah. Before
Yes,
we write, as you see from this presentation or your presentation.
Yes, this is the you can see my screen. My screen
But
is.
my question is that can we write the syntax for a given number is whether prime or not?
I don't get your exact question. Can you text me? Can you please text me?
No? Am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Okay, so let me repeat my question. Can you write a syntax for a large number is whether prime or composite?
Anyone understanding his question? Rajendra Kaur, Suman Sharma, Rachana Saini. Anyone, please, can you, if you are getting the question?
Sir, I only understood that he's saying he's asking you to write a syntax for some problem.
Syntax for some problem.
Problems, I am
Prime.
not getting what problem he's asking about.
Okay, let me clarify. I want to write a given number is whether prime or composite.
Like he want you to write a syntax to find out whether a given number is prime or not.
Okay, for that I have already told you, you must try yourself. Actually, for
Yes.
the prime number, we have some conditions we have to check. Okay. Can we write the short code whether the prime number? Yeah, I give the answer. You must try yourself. Okay. So what you will do is we have the even or odd. So for the even and odd, we know if the number is divisible by 2 exactly, and we have the remainder is 0, then the number is even number. Okay, in the same way, first you must find out what are the required conditions for the prime number or the composite number. Okay, then apply the condition accordingly. You must try yourself first. If you have the challenge, I will help you. You share the. Yes, I gave the answer. I gave the answer. Any more question, please? Any more question, please? For this, the question which you ask, we have some long program. Okay, so I will provide you how we can write the program. Multiple conditions we have to apply. Some mathematically operations after applying, I have to check. Then I will provide you the program how you can write the program to check prime and composite number. We can do, but for this example, I take some time. Some time is required. Without this question,
Okay.
any more question?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. So actually, also one more condition you have to apply related to the number which you are which you want to find out whether it is a single digit or 2 digit or 3 digit. Okay, so this is the long program, and according to that, we have to apply all the conditions. And as soon as the number will be large, we have difficulty to find out the prime number. Okay, but how we can apply? So this is important. Okay, so sometime is this is the long program, not the simple. What we can do? So dear participant, this is all about the today's session and various examples we have present here. And this file which I present, I will provide you along with some more examples, similar type, and some questions will be, assignment will be there, which you can try yourself by using this example. Okay, and I hope these examples are simple to understand. Any more question? Okay, so now thank you very much. Dear Face, we can conclude the session.
Okay, sir. Great.
There is one more question from the in the chat box. Just 1 minute. Procedure, can we like take the set of all natural number, remove the number and one from the set? No. Actually, this is the long procedure. Not in this way. Okay. We can apply. I will let you know by writing the code, and then you can try and see the steps. Okay, so these are the simple examples, but that will be long program, but carefully we have to check all the conditions which are required for prime or non-prime number. Yes. Face, now we can conclude the session.
Okay, sir. As we conclude today's session, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Meher Chand for today's insightful and interactive lecture on conditional statements. Today's session introduced us to one of the most fundamental aspects of programming, making decisions within a program. By learning concepts such as if-else, and nested if statements, we saw how programs can evaluate conditions and respond differently based on various scenarios. These decision-making techniques are essential for developing logical, interactive, and efficient applications. As you continue practicing Python, I encourage you to experiment with different conditions and create small programs that apply today's concepts. Building your own examples is one of the best ways to strengthen logical thinking and improve your programming skills. I'd also like to thank all participants for your active participation, thoughtful questions, and consistent enthusiasm throughout today's session. Your engagement continues to make this training program both interactive and enriching. We look forward to seeing you in the next session as we continue expanding our Python programming skills and move on to more advanced topics. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a wonderful night and see you in the next session.
Thanks, dear Face, and thank you to all the participants. And tomorrow we will resume the session at the same time. Good night.
Thank you, sir.